Alright guys, we have an update on the roadmap. There's a couple of things that have been removed, and then we'll go through and we'll obviously go through and break it all down. Here it is here, obviously. Minimize that and we'll expand that and we'll jump into this. So, roadmap roundup. Hey, happy Friday everybody. Each week, blah, 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 whatever. Notable changes for June the 12th, 2020. Mission giver Eddie Parr. Didn't hear about any... Oh, by the way, guys, we've also gone through and just put out a video that was talking about the Eva Cardi. It has gone to Eva Cardi. So, yeah. Yeah. So, that... Yeah, so, so, yeah. So, that... I haven't seen anything on there, so we'll find out what happened to him. Although, when we released the bartender functionality for Eva 10... Eddie Parr was additionally featured as a mission giver, and a certain high priority tasks need to be completed before the team can be addressing those relevant to Eddie Parr. At the same time, we've been reviewing mission givers all over and are planning out what steps in which to improve them. Because of this, we removed Eddie Parr from the roadmap from the time being until we're able to determine where he falls. So it sounds like they removed Eddie because there was work that needed to be done for him. But while they're going through and working on him, they're also going to add more to the other or improve the other mission givers. So it's a case of, okay, we're not going to get Eddie Parr now, but when Eddie Parr is done, we'll also get a whole bunch of other stuff to other mission givers. So that's kind of cool. Docking. Certain schedule work took more time than expected on tasks with this card. Additional work was identified by the team during the initial Q3 planning, which has pushed docking past the cutoff date for Alpha 3.11. Damn it, I really want docking. We really need this. I understand, but we really need it. Additionally, we can solidify docking's place in the future update. We've removed this card from the roadmap. Elevator panel. The future scope has increased and completed in complexity since we initially planned. This is an Alpha 3.10 goal, and we need more time to make the necessary UI changes. So they've moved it to 3.11, and the P52 Emerald Archimedes Emerald, extended description has been listed as implementing in the game. Okay, that's fine. So obviously that's just saying it's just been changed to in-game. This one's been moved to 3.11. This one's been been removed so far. And this one has been removed so far. So, yeah. Alright. Here we go. Okay, so, locations. New Babbage Shop Editions. 26 out of 28. Okay, that's why it's in the Bacardi. So, obviously, guys, as you know, a lot of this is probably going to be ready as, like really high up. Because at the end of the day... Oh, okay. So, Refineries is in 3.11, not 3.10. That's my bad. So a lot of this is going to be pretty much close to complete, if not already. So yeah, we'll just quickly skim through this. 3.10 locations, new Babbage Shop Editions, 26 out of 28. Grim Hex improvements, 58 out of 60. FPS is polishing. FPS cover is polishing. NPC bartenders is 59 out of 79. Which is still a little low, which is probably why they're having a couple of issues with the bartender. Lawrence system improvements is 6 out of 10, which is great. Electron damage, 13 out of 15, great. Turret gunplay improvements is 20 out of 25. They did say there was a couple of placeholders there, so that's probably just that. Thruster effectives and curves is in polishing. New targeting mythology is 14 out of 17, is great. Body dragging is 29 out of 30, which is great. High speed combat, which is polishing, which is great. Ship HUD rework, which is 36 out of 42. A little lower than I would like, but yeah, not bad. Restricted airwork, which is polishing, which is great. Archimedes polishing, which is great. The improvements to the M50 is in polishing, which is great. The sniper rifle, 21 out of 25, great. Ballistic SMG, 22 out of 28, which is great. 20 out of 26 for the pistol, which is good. The mass driver revision, which is 23 out of 30, which is fine. Ocean Shaver improvements is polishing, which is great. And height map, which is 14 out of 17, which is great. So at the end of the day, yeah, a lot of that is pretty much close to the end, if not already completed. Don't take too much notice of these numbers. If it's like 26 out of 28, that could just be a simple lighting pass. So at the end of the day, don't be too disheartened if you see it as a slightly lower number than what it needs to be be completed. Just because at the end of the day, it's just simply saying, hey, there needs to be a lighting pass or no lighting check or whatever it may be. Something that takes 5 seconds to do. And they might be just waiting on something else to be finished before they do that. So, like I say, don't be too disheartened when you see numbers that are like 26 out of 28, 58 out of 60. That sort of stuff is just normally lighting pass and nothing major at all. Space Station Refinery deck is 0 out of 22, which is obviously they need to work on. Cargo deck, which is 10 out of 23, which is cool. They've scheduled hazards awareness and avoidance. Combat improvements and polishing. Improved throwing, which is 17 out of 42. Elevator panel, which was moved from 3.10 to 3.11, is now 0 out of 3. Object push and pull, which is scheduled. Missile operator mode, which is scheduled. Death animation improvements is scheduled. Law system surrender, which is obviously version 2, is 3 out of 6. Ship vehicle origin 100i, which is 8 out of 25. The 125A, which is scheduled. The 135C, which is scheduled. The Mercury Star Runner is 9 out of 99. I think it's slightly moved up one, but it's grown a lot in tasks. But I also think they're a lot further on than what they're saying they are on that. FPS Greycat multi-tool cutting attachments is scheduled. Grenade launcher, which is 17 out of 31. And the client server network refactor or rework, which is 1 out of 3, which is something that we desperately need. So yeah, at the end of the day, guys, look, obviously it's a little bit disappointing that we've lost elevator panels. As silly as it may seem, getting rid of that inner thought kind of breaks the immersion a little bit. So I know it's kind of trivial and people are going to be like, oh my god, you care about elevator panels? Yeah, because at the end of the day, it sort of breaks immersion. Anything to get rid of that inner thought system and just use that for like dialogue and speech is very much on board, because at the end of the day, it's also less programming they need to worry about. There's less things they need to worry about. It's just, it tidies up the game and makes the game look a lot more professional. But yeah, apart from that, everything else that's in there seems to be somewhat decent. But yeah, I kind of upset a little bit about docking, but you know, maybe I'll come in 3.12. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. One more video going up after this. We are going to be talking about the ships that are purchasable. And we're also going to go through and talk about what you should or shouldn't buy. Actually, hell, let's just do it in this video. Let's do it in here. Let's just do it live. Right, Alien Week. Right. So, ships up for sale. So they do have a contest that it appears as likely to run blah blah blah. So Major will discover a new system alongside never seen intelligent alien race. Share your first contact message with the new species. The subsequently by which you will define all future relationships and make it into history books. Okay, whatever. So alien tech. Okay, they're currently selling the Nox K2, whatever it may be. So yeah, I don't know what the difference between those two is. Yeah, maybe. Oh, that has guns on it. Yeah. The Kawataki Eye, the Banyu Defender, the Suntuki Eye, the Blade, and the Banyu Merchantman, which has gone up yet again. They also do have the upgrades available as well. Here, so for example, if you're going to go through and buy War Bond, you can actually get the Banyu Merchant for about 350, which I would suggest if you wanted to buy it. And you can also upgrade to the Banyu Defender. So let's go through and let's look at these ships individually. Banyu Merchantman for 350 is still a good steal. The ship is huge, okay? It is absolutely huge. So I would say, yeah, look, at the end of the day, if you can get it on War Bond, I would probably definitely say it. Definitely do it. Especially for 350. 385, it's a little bit more iffy, but for 350, it's definitely worth it. I got mine was a little bit cheaper, so obviously that was easy for me. The Blade, which is $300, which is... look, it has an alien tax on it, right? It's a nice ship. It looks great, but it's still $300. So, you know, yeah. Compare it to like the Gladius or something like that. I don't know. The Santogi and the Akato are interesting ships to fly, but probably not something I'm really interested in. So they're just more fighters. And the Bennu Defender, I own one, and I only own it because I own the Defender and the Merchantman, and there's supposedly some symbiotic relationship between the two of them. So that's why I've got that. Look, at the end of the day, the best thing I would suggest out of this is obviously go through and upgrade the Bennu Merchantman using War Bond credits and getting it for 350. I would definitely say would be worthwhile. So like for example here. Oh, that's right. I'm not logged in. That's why. Okay, cool. There's two options available, which is the standard Bennu Merchantman, and there's the War Bond Edition limited offer Bennu Merchantman for 330. Nice. The only problem is, guys, is they only have about 6 months insurance. I'm not sure about it if you go through here. Is there a way of... Yeah, 6 months insurance. But, for example, if you do the upgrade, you get to keep the LTI. So if you had, for example, just saying, a G12 that you had brought when I said to buy it, and then you would go through and upgrade to this, you would keep the LTI token on your Bennu Merchantman, which might be what I've done to a previous version. Just saying. But yeah, that's what I would definitely suggest, guys. So the ships of these guys that you spent $300 and something on, I would always recommend getting LTI on them, just because of the fact that yes, you will be able to buy the insurance in game. Do you really want to keep spending money in game for something that you spent $350 on? No. So yeah, I would say definitely go through and buy an LTI token if you don't have one, the grey market maybe, and then upgrading it to the Merchantman and doing that way. But guys, yeah, that would be my suggestion, is just get the Bennu Merchantman. As for the rest of it, the Defender is interesting to fly. It's fun to fly, but yeah, it's alright. The Blade is obviously interesting to fly and a lot of fun. It's obviously interesting because it's Vanduul. But I don't know if that's worth $300, considering you can get that for $240. But let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. This will be the last video for the day, guys. I've just combined the last two videos together because it was going to be under 10 minutes anyway. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments regarding the roadmap. Let me know what your thoughts are in regards to the ship purchases. What did you buy? What did you want to buy? Let me know what your thoughts are. And apart from that, guys, we'll see you guys in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.